Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for May 26th, 2026. We've got Menagerie today, and we've got Bounty Hunter is the only thinning. We've got draw from Livery, Destrier, Bar, Cavalry in both senses. Hunting Lodge can be drawn. We've got plus actions from Hunting Lodge and Snowy Village. We've got gains from Barge, Falconer, Livery and Supplies both gain horses. I don't think that's super relevant in terms of gains. Snowy Village buys, Cavalry gives you a buy when you gain it. Toil is also plus actions. Way of the Rats gains. Okay. So we've got a 5-2 here. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a whole lot useful we can do with that. Fortunately, I think there's not much downside to it either. Like, I think we want to get a bounty hunter. Supplies probably better than silver anyway, so I think we're just opening bounty hunter supplies. Bot gets a falconer. Interesting. I do want to play with falconer, but I don't want to wait on bounty hunter. I think this is probably just another supply. Snowy Village is all right, but I don't know. Well, Snowy Village could definitely get awkward here if we draw it at the wrong time. But there are supplies. Top taking horses does make it less likely that we end up having to play one way too early in the turn. Does also put some early plus buy in the deck, which could be good with supplies as well. And with, well, Bounty Hunter is only going to get one more shuffle of making a bunch of money anyway, I suppose. I guess that does assume that we're not going to bottom deck the Bounty Hunter. Anyway, I guess I'll go ahead and take the Snowy Village. Okay, we did not, in fact, bottom deck the Bounty Hunter. That's good. Got more money than we can really use. So if we can combine the Snowy Village with Livery, that would be pretty good. Falconer, also not bad. I guess the other thing we could do is not play the supplies, buy a cavalry, and then play the supplies. I wouldn't want to draw the horse now. I don't think there'd be any point to that. We have 2 coppers down there. Let's get that again. Just saw the other 2 estates. So this is 2 coppers. So we buy cavalry. We have 1 coin left. We draw 2 more. We play this. We have another 4 coins. I think if I'm gonna buy cavalry, maybe I'd prefer to buy it next turn. Oh, we could probably afford a Destrier at that point. Because we gain 1 horse and the cavalry. So that cavalry Destrier, that's pretty appealing. I was thinking, like, I do want to get a 5. But getting a Destrier would be pretty good. Cycle a couple of cards. The cavalry in the deck isn't amazing, but it's not bad. I think the other options are Livery is pretty good. All the 5s are good. livery, hunting lodge, falconer, barge. I mean, I think hunting lodge is mostly just going to function as a regular village. We're not likely to be discarding with it, so mostly we want to be like getting horses from livery with that when we're getting that. Um, there's also toil. Like potentially, we don't need to play with hunting lodge. Right now, hunting lodge is better just because it's cycling the deck. But hmm, drawing those two coppers right now is pretty nice. Adding the cavalry stop card is less nice. Hmm. So cavalry can be ratted for more drawn, potentially. Uh, I mean, it's more like cycling. 'Cause you're discarding two cards to draw two cards, essentially. But well, you're not discarding the cavalry; you're playing it. But whatever, you're decreasing hand size by two, then getting two cards back. But it's still cycling. It makes it less of a stop card potentially. Mm, obviously, once you start playing the cavalry and you get horses, then it's draw. But hmm. And then the destrier adds some draw. The cavalry also makes it easier to get more destriers. So gaining the horses. Hmm. This is a really tough choice. I think I'm going to go with this line. The bottom deck gets Falconer, which means we don't really want to take one of our own here. Give it the opportunity to react. Not that it matters too much, probably, but like if it were to gain a cavalry, for example, it'd get to play the cavalry. So we could just take another destrier here, or we could take a livery if we want to avoid triggering. I mean, honestly, taking another cavalry here and actually playing the horse like wouldn't be bad either. Mm. I can. We should be able to get cheap destriers going forward. I think I will take the livery. Yeah, so they toiled. Um, all right. So we know with Destrier Horse, we're drawing through the rest of our cards. We have another estate down there. We have the cavalry. Oh, there's also the Snowy Village that would trigger a shuffle. Hmm. So I think the way to go here is we play the horse. I was hoping to see the cavalry made this. I mean, I guess we don't really need the actions anyway. What I'd like to do is rat the Destrier, and then that gets us like cheaper Destriers with our plus buy, and then hopefully we can exile a state rather than copper because we'll still have enough money. I guess. Hmm, I guess we probably won't actually have enough money to buy much of anything if we do that. Mm, mm. We're only gonna have two or three coins from copper. So maybe. Hmm, This would be a good turn to get a falconer, but we're not going to be able to afford it. That's not true. That's not true. So we play the Destrier. If we could, yeah, we can exile Copper, and then we hit 5. Uh, we play the Cavalry. We get 2 horses. Destrier costs 4. I guess we're not. Yeah, so maybe we just don't play the Snowy Village. I think that's right. Hmm. I think I'll just take a Cavalry. Okay. Well, you get an estate out of the deck. Not the most exciting of turns. Okay. Now, we'd really like to get this livery into play before play the falconer or the cavalry. We don't have a coin in hand to rat the destrier. Saw 4 coppers last turn and the other estate and the bounty hunter. And 5 coppers. So down here is 1 copper and 2 horses. The 2 horses that we got from the cavalry last shuffle. Well, that's awkward. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I don't think ratting the destrier is realistic here. Oh, there's the supplies. Wait, where are the horses? Oh, I played one of them last turn. Okay, so the last card is a horse. Damn it! Ah. Okay, I guess we just don't play it, and we also don't trigger a shuffle by gaining another cavalry. I mean, like, we could use toil, but I prefer not to have to do that. Oh, but what we can do is we do this. We do get a horse for it. It doesn't discount itself. Okay, that's good to know. Um, and then we do that and that. Do we want? So clearly we're taking another destrier, but then do we want 2 destriers, or do we want something else that comes with a horse, like maybe a cardinal? I trigger a shuffle with cavalry. We could take a second bounty hunter. I'm taking the destrier. Like ultimately, bounty hunter horse stuff could be a way to make some more payload. In the meantime, we could exile coppers faster. That's not bad. Um, Cardinal is just sort of generally obnoxious, of course. And at the very least, it can be toiled. Like, so long as we have 2 coins, we can toil it. without so like the fact that it costs terminal space isn't necessarily a huge problem. Hmm. I mean, I do think getting the crud out of our deck would be pretty nice. Yeah, let's go with the bounty hunter. Okay. Again, we might want to rat the horses, or the destriers rather. So I'll start with the horses. Hmm. Now, probably gonna want to draw further than this. Okay. Do we buy a cavalry? Do we buy large or a falconer? Hmm. And falconer gains cavalry. I don't like that. The bot didn't play its falconer though. Hmm. I think I prefer getting a barge. We do have one more copper and one more estate to exile, so that part's fine. Yeah, I got to do it. And I got to gain a destrier. Damn it. And I just drew cavalry bounty hunter. Not exactly what I was looking for. If I'd known I was going to do that, I would have just gone ahead and bounty hunted a cavalry. Uh, I should maybe do that anyway. Hmm. Could also bounty hunt two cavalries, then buy another one. They'll do it. Oh wait, that doesn't work. Right. Okay, so we got to play the Snowy Village. Damn it. Okay, we got to the livery. That's good. It'd be nice to bounty hunt this copper, but kind of expensive. I guess if we're planning to get another destrier anyway, we get one less horse that way, but we remove a copper from the deck, so it kind of works out the same thing. Guess we probably should get a hunting lodge now. I don't know. Or well, the other thing we could do, we could rat cavalry, discarding the one from exile and bounty hunt the other one. really getting too fancy, and if we draw more destriers or whatever, we won't be able to play them. Mm. Just really wish I had another buy. Like if we want to get a 5 and toil returns a buy, but so that's not the problem. The problem is if we toil the bounty hunter, we only have 4 coins left. Hmm. Yeah, I think just taking the horses is better. Yeah, we probably do need a hunting lodge. Okay, no more rats to worry about. At least not with the destriers. There's no way we're discarding with this. Oh, I guess we could rat it, but by the horses. Okay. Doubt we're going to want to rat the hunting lodge, but mm, yeah. Okay. Well, we drawn our deck. We will have done in a second. Um, we do anything clever gaining cavalry? I mean, probably. Play livery. We buy another barge, I guess. Another thing we could do is rat the barge that we already have. In that case, we'd want to maybe play the snowy village first. Um, the falconer gains a cavalry. We discard the cavalry we have in exile. We're very likely going to want to play these first and exile at least the estate. If we want more money, we could potentially exile horse, get horses back from livery. Go ahead and commit to that. We are going to want to thin these coppers, but I think probably it's fine to use one bounty hunter to thin the coppers and use the other one to get money off of horses. So sure, let's bounty hunt this horse. And then we play Snowy Village, Livery. Or actually, hold on. We have Copper Barge down there. What is this card? It's probably another cavalry, right? So we have one in exile. Okay, so we do want to gain the horse now, maybe? Maybe? I guess that's not actually entirely clear. I draw 2 cards. It's the actions that are the issue, but like we definitely want to. We want to get one of the barges. Well, we want to get. There's one of the barges. There's only the one. We want to get the barge in play. We draw 2 cards. There's only a 50-50 shot that we draw the barge. Um, yeah, I think gain the horse. Now we do cavalry draw. Was Destrier? Okay. And that last card is. Okay. Next turn, that. Play that. Now the question is, do we want how many cavalries do we toil? Certainly we toil 1 because we can't get 3 useful cards to activate livery with this. But I think maybe just that one. That one cavalry gets us 2 horses. Again, I mean, well, we could toil the cavalry and still get a 4 cost, but I just don't really want that as much as I want like Hunting Lodge livery, I think. It is too bad we don't have 1 more coin to toil the cavalry, but oh well. Well, the bot didn't do a whole lot there. Why have 5 cavalries? There's 2 liveries, all 6 of my coppers. Fly, Sunny Village. I mean, we might have another horse down here. Like, I don't know how many horses we had in the deck, but. Uh, hmm. It's either a horse or a cavalry. I don't remember whether the bots gained a cavalry. It must have done, right? With its falconer. So it probably is a horse. Um, well, I mean, we are drawing pretty well. Like, a thing we could consider is like bounty hunt horse, play cavalry, get the horses back, bounty hunt horse again. The advantage of which is largely that we get to play both the bounty hunters before playing the Snowy Village without having to worry that we've cost ourselves some money that we needed, like we did kind of maybe last turn. Except we exiled an estate, so we didn't. But if we exiled a copper, we potentially would. Um, hmm. Then, assuming that is a horse, I guess the downside of that is it's hard to do cool gain and play stuff at that point. Oh, it just occurred to me that a cardinal actually triggers Falconer as well. I was like thinking, I don't know if I want more barges, but cardinal. Hmm, hmm, okay, well, yeah, I'm struggling to think of what we try to do with gain and play. I mean, I guess we could rat a livery. That would be a thing. Hmm. In which case, we'd get more horses to bounty hunt if we wanted, so we wouldn't have to do that now. If we play livery, rat livery, we have another horse down there, so we can play this horse. Oh, it's a destrier. Okay. Uh, bounty hunt a horse. We gotta play the snowy village without having anything to draw, but I guess that's fine. A lot of stuff we want to toil. Kind of annoying. I should have found a way to play the bounty hunter before the snowy village. And this is still worth money, but it's not worth as much money as it would have been. We can potentially react with Falconer rather than whaling it or playing it. Like we could buy a cardinal and then what would we gain with Falconer at that point that's useful though? Hmm. We could mm, we could gain a second Falconer and then buy a second Falconer, I mean, and then Falconer can gain Cardinal and then we can toil the Cardinal, I guess. Like the nice thing about the second Falconer is it is at least non-terminal. And gaining, if nothing else, gaining supplies with Falconer like is not adding more terminals to our deck. Although it also doesn't gain horses. I didn't consider like then ratting the cardinal for more horses, but it's fine. Exile their falconer. Okay. All right, and now I think we toil cavalry, toil cavalry. Maybe we just pick up 2 hunting lodges. It would be useful. Like hunting lodge is almost like payload at this point because we're using toil so much. We might also want more barges for buys. The other thing we should consider like next turn then is getting a province just so we can bounty hunt that. Oh wow. What's going on with the bot over there? Still don't think ratting hunting lodge is probably the thing we want to do. Like it is expensive, so but it also just cuts down on our actions. All right, what is that last card? It's not a cavalry, a cardinal or a barge or a falcon or a livery or a copper or a supply. It's either a horse or a destrier. How many destriers did I play last turn? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so should be a horse. So we can do the thing again. Maybe this time. I don't know. I was gonna say maybe this time we play livery and rat cardinal or something. We get to react with the falconer, and we like with the bounty hunter thing. I mean, it's like bounty hunt horse, play livery, rat cardinal. Well, I guess it. If we play all of our liveries, we get 3 horses back plus another horse in exile. It's a lot of, or in discard from out of exile. That's a lot of liveries. I'm sorry, not a lot of liveries. A lot of horses in our discard pile that we then potentially draw through if we want to do any gain and play stuff with that, which we probably do. So probably it does make more sense to go with the cavalry. It also commits less of our terminal space up front. So do that. Do that. That. And that. And now we rat the cardinal. Or do we? I mean, So the other thing we could do is just not bother to play that cardinal that we gain from the rat. Like we can gain 2 more cardinals with falconer if we want to. And come with a lot of horses. Just save all the horses. How much money will we have? 6. 9 is 15, 16, 22. plus maybe some from Cardinal. Minus whatever we'd have to total. We have 4 actions right now. We're going to get to 7 actions. We play 3 liveries, barge, the rat cardinal, cavalries. That all sounds fine. There's probably better game and play stuff that I could be doing here, but I don't know what it is. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it, I think. Try to set myself up to win next turn. The easiest way to do that would be like on Hunting Lodge Cavalry. So maybe we aim to take like 2 provinces and a Hunting Lodge or something like that. Dun, 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 dun. The other thing I should consider is gaining supplies. Um, we have 3 actions left. We want to toil once, ideally. Right now we have 21 coins, which is exactly enough for province, uh, or double province hunting lodge, but not if we toil. We are going to gain 9, no, 6. I can math. 3 times 2. 6 more horses from the Falconer plays. And then 4 more. That would be 10 more. So it would leave 7 horses in the pile. I mean, I guess. Oh, that's only true if we don't take supplies. Yeah, getting more horses seems more better, I guess. Though top decked horses is not bad. Hmm. Like the Cardinals don't really net us money if we want to play these cavalries because they're just breaking even. Take the supplies. I mean, we get 3 horses from a cardinal and only 2 horses from playing a cavalry. So arguably, yeah, I think I do take the cardinals. Okay. Uh, bounty hunter. So province, province, cavalry. This is actually foiling the other cavalry doesn't actually do anything because we buy hunting lodge, we get those horses anyway. In fact, hmm, hmm, maybe we should just take another province because we're going to get 3 horses out of 4 that just that way. Yeah, maybe we just try to win on provinces. Assuming the bot takes non-zero number of provinces coming up here. Toil the Destrier? I guess the bot isn't going to take any provinces. Well, I mean, in that case, I think we're trivially winning regardless, even if we don't do it this coming turn. What is the bot even doing? I guess it's just like, well, I'm losing this game, so let's go ahead and do this. So many horses. Ratting hunting lodges this turn actually might make sense. I should have thought about that before I clicked on that one. We do need actions, but we don't need like in theory we can like rat a hunting lodge. I mean, I guess in theory we can do that all with one hunting lodge, like at the end of the shuffle. Um, and then like ratting a cardinal can net us a couple cavalries from the falconers. Obviously, we don't need to play it this way. We could just go for the provinces. Hmm. We've not played all of our Destriers. We've got another one down there. Right. So we have 4 hunting lodges. Well, we surely don't have a 5th. We'd be pretty surprised if we don't have a win here. Just a question of finding it, especially because we can toil stuff and then play way they're at that way. Um, so what's the easiest way to do this? Like we do want to gain horses, I guess, with the. I mean, we still have like 10 cards of draw here from these horses in Industrier, and this is probably another horse. Um, at least I don't see any other outstanding stuff, so maybe we don't actually care about that very much. We could play like one livery, and then we know for every hunting lodge that we gain, we get a horse back, which, like, yeah, it works pretty well. Okay, I guess now bounty hunt a horse. Nothing else we're playing is non-terminal except that last hunting lodge, but we can't both rat it and like. Yeah, that's just the way it goes, I suppose. So, my village. Do that. Sure, discard that from exile. Maybe we actually shouldn't. Whatever. Um, yeah, I think actually it's incorrect to discard that from exile. Um, now we rat that. Again, we don't really want the horse at this point. Cavalry. I'll discard this from exile, I guess. Cavalry. Okay. And oh, I think it was incorrect to discard that horse still. Because yeah, we should rat cavalry, and in theory we want to draw a copper back. Okay. So obviously we've already won, but we can toil livery to get to double province. And then we can toil cardinal for funsies. We didn't manage to empty the horse pile at the end of the game, which is a little disappointing. But wait, what? Did I not take the last cavalry? Oops. I thought I did. That's funny. I guess I needed to, like, maybe I was thinking I'm going to toil a cavalry to gain a cavalry, and I just forgot. I don't even know. Whoops. Well, maybe now we can empty the horse pile. Reason not to play these normally. Now we have so many actions. Well, do we? How do we do this? Do we rat the cardinal to gain the cavalry? Yeah, sure, why not? Okay. Our discard pile has a copper in it. Otherwise, it's just horses. Uh, oh no, there's a cardinal as well. Right. Um, I guess if we're points maximizing, then gaining more stuff is only useful if we have actions to play it. And since we've got cardinals to play anyway, I think it isn't actually useful. Uh, so we'll play this horse. We bounty hunt. I'm certainly bounty hunting cavalry. Bounty hunt a horse as well if we're not trying to do any game and play stuff. Routing a cardinal can't really net us actions or money at this point. The falconer can gain 2 coins or an estate. Maybe that's relevant. I don't know. I guess I'll just play the Cardinals and then what? Okay, so we should toil the Falconer because we have a ton of money. Actually, we only have 4 coins of excess, but still. We're not going to empty the horses even if we take something that would trigger it. So I guess I'll just take the estate. Okay, well, bit of a screw up at the end there, but obviously didn't matter. I don't know what happened to the bot. The bot seemed like it was doing fine early in the game. Its deck looks a lot better than it actually was by the end, of course, because some of it was in exile. But uh, it's Snowy Village, it's Bounty Hunter, it's 1 cavalry. That might have done on purpose, but it's Barge, it's Falconer, 2 of its hunting lodges, and 2 of it's only 2 liveries. So what did it even have left in its deck? Uh, it had 1 hunting lodge, maybe some destriers. Wait, I didn't exile any of its destriers. Huh. Well, I guess. Oh, I guess in a lot of cases that the bot didn't have the option to exile destrier because it would have cost 0. Yeah. So it had 5 destriers and hunting lodge and some copper supplies. That was it's like these. So it has what? 20 cards, and those 20 cards were 5 destriers, 6 coppers. So that's 11. 3 horses. That's 14. 2 supplies. That's 16. 1 hunting lodge. 17. An estate in 2 provinces. No. Yes. Yes. That's so sad. God. Yeah, I mean, like Cardinal, on the one hand, Cardinal can be like that. On the other hand, I don't actually think, like, obviously that wasn't the reason the bot lost. Right? Like, I was doing that at the end after I was already way ahead. Just somehow, I don't know, maybe it's because the bot wasn't doing cavalry shenanigans. Or, I don't know what's going on. Let's see. So it opened Falconer over Bounty Hunter. I don't love that, but having played the game, I think it's like a better idea than I initially gave it credit for. I was expecting to spend I got the second bounty hunter and I was like, yeah, I mean I'll probably use one bounty hunter on copper and the other bounty hunter can get money with the horse stuff, and then it was like, no, I'll just get money for both things. Like it's not worth bothering to exile the copper. I can make use of the payload and I have like draw is not the issue. So from that standpoint, like getting the bounty hunter quickly, maybe not the most important thing. The I mean the downside of Falconer early is still that it's terminal, so it makes it harder to take advantage of the card that you gain with the Falconer. Um, and whereas Bounty Hunter on the in the first shuffle, if you see it, you're going to hit 5, which is good. But nonetheless, I think it makes more sense as an opening than I was thinking. Anyway, so then the bot gets a supplies again. I went with the Snowy Village. I think that was correct, but I mean that looks fine. Then the bot gets the Bounty Hunter. It did bottom deck its Falconer, which is pretty unfortunate. Um, and it bottom decked it. No, it didn't bottom deck the supplies, but it didn't see it turn 3, so it had a pretty bad shuffle here. Then play horse, gain cavalry with Falconer, or the Bounty Hunter dead, but you can toil the Bounty Hunter, get some money back, toil the cavalry that you gained with the Falconer, and then get 2 Destriers. So that's all. That looks like a pretty good turn. I remember making a note of that at the time. Then here, just by Hunting Lodge. Yeah, that doesn't inspire. I mean, the bot had added some terminals to its deck at this point, and it did not have the Snowy Village, which is, maybe an argument that it should have gone with the Snowy Village. Um, but like Hunting Lodge is just an expensive vanilla village on this board, so it's like, but then here they get the Snowy Village and a livery, so that doesn't look too bad. This looks weird, playing the Snowy Village before the Destrier. Why? Like, I don't know if they wanted to bounty hunt this cavalry anyway, but presumably they would have had the actions to play it if they hadn't done that in that order. Like, why would you do that? There's no reason. Unless, like, because of what the Snowy Village did or didn't draw, is like that changed the calculus? No. Oh, there's no. Oh, no, no. That's got red. Okay. So, anyway, get another hunting lodge, get another livery and a destrier. That looks all right. Get a barge, rack falconer, get a destrier, get horses. Again, that looks all right. At this point, my deck was kind of popping off, though. So what's the difference? I mean, I did have the more cavalries, and I was playing most of them most of the time. I had not yet set up duration barge stuff. Hmm. I think at this point I only had the one livery, too. Hunting Lodge again. Oil of Bounty. How did they only hit 2 coins here? Again, playing the Snowy Village before other stuff. Why? I mean, I can't really tell easily, but like, okay, here this Destrier draws a Destrier that doesn't get played. And like, it's unclear whether that was ever necessary, you know? Like, I mean, this Snowy Village drew a copper, which means this hunting lodge and this horse already in hand. And like, it's not like you want to discard this in like you want to get this into the shuffle if you're going to play a Snowy Village anyway. I feel like that's what the bot is trying to do here. Is it's like, oh, I need action so that I can use Way of the Rat so that I can get another hunting lodge before I trigger the shuffle. But I mean, that's if you played Snowy Village, you don't want that hunting lodge in the shuffle. Like, but that must. So I think. And here somehow the bot just duds, possibly because it wasn't generating horses the turn before. I think the problem for the bot is that it doesn't know how to play Snowy Village. That's weird. I mean, it was also behind for other reasons, but here again, horse. What was the hand? 2 horses, livery, 2 copper. Okay. Play horse, draw Snowy Village Destrier, and then play Snowy Village before Destrier. Why? Okay, well, yeah, I don't know. I'm convinced I think the bot was like kneecapping its own turns. That's my conclusion. Like maybe I win anyway, maybe I was ahead for other reasons, whatever, but like I was wondering why the bot's turns just got bad because it was like, we split the Destriers, it should have draw, like it had some liveries, like it should be able to do some stuff, and it just like wasn't doing much of anything. And I think it's just because of how it was playing Snowy Village. Well, all right. Anyway, this is a long video, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.